Hi everyone, welcome to my fourth installment of my videos with respect to my journey through breast cancer. The last time I mentioned where I was at in my course, my journey, is that I was meeting with my surgeon who was going to give me the results of my surgery and also the pathology or analysis of the lymph nodes. If you recall, they took out 3 sentinel lymph nodes and they had to test them to make sure they weren't going to come back positive. So I went into her office yesterday morning and sat down, and the first thing she said to me was, "It's great news." So I was immediately extremely relieved, as was my husband, who was with me. She checked the surgical sites, made sure everything was healing properly, and then she pulled out the pathology report and basically said that the lymph nodes came back clear, the surgery went well, the margins were clear, and as far as she was concerned, it was a success. What I didn't realize is her journey with me kind of ended there, because the next step was for the cancer center to contact me, which they will do, and give me my recommendations for future treatment. So that should be in the next couple of weeks or so. My surgeon's best estimate is that I would be requiring radiation anywhere between 1 week and 3 weeks, 5 days a week, but that won't begin until 3 months after the surgery. I didn't ask why, but based on what I've read, it seems as though it's due to the fact they want you to be 100% well again, so completely healed from your surgeries or surgery, and the sites obviously, so that your body will better tolerate the radiation. So I'm very happy about that because, as I mentioned in a previous video, my grandson turns 2 in July. We have a trip planned with Soyuz. That'll be able to proceed. And my girlfriend and I, who turned 60 this year, are planning a trip to Europe. Well, it's planned and paid for, so that will proceed. That's in July, well, August. So that's a big relief. But first and foremost is the fact that no more surgeries required, and that everything came back as clean as they hoped it would. So I am insanely relieved, as is my family, my friends, my daughters in particular. So I now just have to wait to hear from the cancer center and find out when my treatment will start. I'm assuming there's some kind of a consultation first, and they will give me a better sense of what the plan is. So I'm very, very relieved. But I have to say, with the last week, having to wait the extra week to get the results, it really put things in perspective, because I always believe in hoping for the best, but planning for the worst, because you never know. If you're too excited about things going well, it could be disappointing. So when I went in there the night before, I was thinking, again, taking stock of things and thinking, don't put things off. My sister likes to say, if not now, when? No truer words were spoken when you go through this experience, that's for sure. And it also made me think about the times that I was dealing with this in my mind, the unknowns, the trepidation, and no one can see what you're thinking. But being shown kindness and grace is so important. And it made me realize how important it's going to be for me to be all the more mindful of that, and understanding that people are fighting battles all over the place for all kinds of reasons, and sometimes they share and often they don't. But if we can be kind and show grace to people, it'll just make it better for everyone. So that's what if there's one lesson that's really stuck with me through this whole thing, it's that. And that support by people is unbelievable. People's generosity with their support, their kindness, and even people that I don't know, who may know my family, offering, everything from bringing out meals to picking you up to, just about anything out there, because they want to help and they want to try and lessen your burden. So like I say, the lesson to me is to try and do that for others as they've done to me. And I hope I have done it in the past, but I intend to do it all the more so going forward. And again, I want to thank you for letting me share this with you. My initial idea was to journal, but a video journal is so much more authentic and liberating because I feel like I'm talking to all of you rather than just a camera and sharing the difficulties and, as it turns out, the happiness, the success when things go well. And I also realize, excuse me, it's not that way for everyone. Other people are fighting much more difficult battles, much more strenuous journeys, and I understand that. And I'm not trying to suggest that, my story is necessarily what everyone's, going through. But it does make me more aware that we need to be mindful of people's journeys and help out wherever we can. So if you're struggling, if you're dealing with your own set of circumstances, I offer you my support, and I encourage you to find other people in the community that can offer it as well, because there's a lot of people out there. And in the meantime, I will continue to make videos, but probably not until I get an appointment or have an appointment with the Cancer Society or the Cancer Center, and they let me know what's next for me, and then I will share with you. In the meantime, if anybody has any tips or tricks on how to deal with radiation, which will be my next challenge, I believe, that would be greatly appreciated. But if you have comments or questions or anything at all, I'm getting back to everyone as they contact me, because I think it's so incredibly generous of people to do that. And I encourage you to do that and to subscribe. And if you have any tips or tricks, as I say, offer those, or any questions, please feel free to contact me. And with that, great news. Until we meet again, thank you again on behalf of myself and my family. And I hope you have a great day and a great weekend. Out here, it's going to be pretty spectacular. Again, take care. Bye, everyone.